All right, everyone. How are you guys doing? I got to figure out how to rotate this. Boom. There we go. Do you think Devin has a match against you in WL601? Will he try the King's move? I have no idea, but he needs to try everything he can because the hammer's staying in Arkansas.
I
15.
don't think he's going to try to get
Yeah, I don't think so either. I actually don't know what's going to happen, but first they got to give him the match, right? Trying to go back and see what all has been said. Okay, so here's the deal. I just finished my last chest rehab workout. And so it was 185 for 30 reps, 5 rounds, wrist rolls, cable pulls, battle ropes. And I did it with BFR cuffs on. So now we got the gorilla. Gonna go through his chest workout and maybe do some reps afterwards. He just did 10 at 135. Now he's gonna do 10 at 225 and keep going and see what he can do today. When we'll see Cory's next super match, who will his opponent be? Cory has a left-handed super match March 21st against Lindley Keating in Fort Worth, Texas at a PAF event. Right-handed, we don't know. He was gonna go to the Arnold, but he was doing stupid stuff at practice and injured his right arm, and he doesn't feel like it's healed all the way yet, so he's gonna have to miss the Arnold.
pushed Ollie a minute ago. And
Oh, just pushing Ollie hurt his bicep. What date is your next match? Well, all the matches will be announced soon. WL is wanting to create a little bit of a little bit of suspense. That was funny. Probably some expense too. But guys, what other questions do you have? There was some stuff. What was that, guys? Something Stony. The guy who did the super chat from two lives ago, Stony something Stony. I'm sorry, dude. Matt Stoney. Yeah, buddy. I appreciate your support. Thanks again. All that is greatly appreciated. We are, what are the chances of Devin defeating you without using the King's move? Secondly, what are your chances of defeating Devin without the King's move? Of course, it's all hypothetical. I don't expect to have to use the King's move, to be honest. I'm in my best form ever right now. And I did forget to turn off my Do Not Disturb, so it's possible that my phone will ring and interrupt this. I don't know if I can stop the thing real quick. Does anyone know if I can come off this and go do my Do Not Disturb and come back and not lose this feed? If you do, let me know. Can you explain how your experience was with Alexi Bavoda when you pulled him, Michael? Yeah, I'm going to go into that here after we get through with this workout. Is steroids legal in your sport? Steroids are illegal unless you have a doctor's prescription, but I think steroids are actively a part of all professional sports. Everyone's still on my stem cell research. Yeah, you saw where Devin went and got his PRP with cytokines. I actually got cytokines and exosomes 3 weeks before I got my stem cells. So no information on tendon recovery after arm wrestling, pump your arm, stretching. I ice. I just do a lot of icing. When my arms hurt, I do a lot of ice therapy. The reason I only fought 2 matches in the WAL, I did other tournaments last year. I did a PAF tournament. I did a celebrity thing with that Fit for Life in Shreveport with Leonard and Denise. But yeah, that's all the matches they gave me last year.
you were supposed to get 3.
Yeah, I was supposed to get 3, but they took me off the card with Matt after me pulling Dave. But there's Cory loading up 405. I don't know if you guys saw it last week. He did 405 for 16 reps, unracked himself and just started rolling. Dude, super strong. What was the question I was answering a while ago? Are y'all still on ESPN now? Right now we're on BR Live. I think they're looking for some other media outlets to start working with. Thanks, Chris. I'm wanting to keep as much content out there as possible. We took a little break, had a lot of things going on in life, and now getting ready for this season, I want to document as much of it as possible. Okay, so guys, check this out. We are doing, and I don't know who on here is from North America, who owns a business, but I have a great sponsorship opportunity. We are obviously getting ready to do the addition. I've already ordered all the red iron. It'll take about 6 weeks to come in, and then put the building up, start framing out, add an additional 1,000 square foot heated and cooled. In my opinion, probably one of the best private training facilities in and around this area for sure. But what we're doing is I want to break the Guinness World Record for the most arm wrestling matches in 24 hours set by Jan and Chescu 6 or 7 years ago in Romania, and we're going to do it here in Hot Springs. But to get that thing, to prove the model and make sure that we can get enough people to actually arm wrestle me, we're going to do a Beat the Champ promo during St. Patrick's Day Parade. We have the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day Parade. It's in the Guinness World Records because we have the shortest street in the world, Bridge Street in Hot Springs. 40,000 people attend that event. The Grand Marshals this year are Danny Trejo and Cheech Marin, and we're going to try to get them to come down to arm wrestling as well. What we're doing is we're printing 1,000 2020 St. Patrick's Day Beat the Champ Arm Wrestling Challenge shirts. Picture me on the front. Very similar to one of the King's Move shirts. Let's go, Cory. Beautiful. Too easy. So we're going to print 1,000 shirts, put all the sponsors' logos on the back, and it's $1 a shirt. We're capping out at 20 sponsors. So each logo will be really big. So if you know any business owners that would like to be a part of that promotion, let me know. I have to secure all the sponsors by the end of the week, and once we get to 20, it is capped. So $1 shirt, 1,000 shirts, $1,000 sponsorship. We're going to be doing a lot of media 2 weeks out, plus we can go live during that entire Beat the Champ promo, essentially doing commercials for all the sponsors. Do you have a favorite exercise to combat golfer's elbow? I only really get inside tendon pain on my left arm. My right is normally outside, but that's where I got the stem cells. So what I do is I got a rehab workout that's here on this YouTube channel, which is, 150 reps of biceps. How you feeling, Cory? Good? The gorilla. And then I do a lot of ice baths. It's also on here as well. Just like putting my arm in a sink full of ice and cold water, putting it in there for 15 minutes. Basically, your arm goes numb after 5 minutes, and then pull it out, dry it off, rub it really hard with some muscle rub, and then wrap it real tight in a towel for about 20 minutes. So it feels like you got a new arm. Cory doing a little stretching. Let me see what else I got here for comments, questions. Somebody said messenger reply, please. I don't know which message he's talking about. Howdy from Yellville, Arkansas. What's up? Somebody first hated me, but realized he was a fool in my spirit against Devin. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Devin, hell, I've been a Devin fan for a long time, so Devin's a bad dude. It's just they need to go back and give him a 225 weight class because he's never getting this hammer. If I ever had, as far as my arm, someone asked if I was forced to fully extend my arm, would it hurt? Would it be painful? If my arm goes to the straightest spot and then there becomes pressure on it, it's like I'm in an arm bar and I have to let up. A lot of the pullers do recommend heavy weights, low reps. I recommend as heavy weight as possible for as many times as possible.
Do you think, I was watching that Crazy George.
Isn't that crazy?
Unreal.
It's unreal. The dude's 70 years old.
But,
And he transitioned to a press to win. That was awesome.
do you think that his arm has less range of motion than yours?
Yes. Did you see him afterwards? Like he's.
Well, he held his arm up and I was like,
I think it's less range than mine. But yeah, that was crazy.
it just was a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, just to see someone, and I mean, it gives me a lot of hope. Like I should be arm wrestling for a long time, I guess. Someone said I'll only have 2 matches this year. One with Jerry, one with Devin. I don't know how it's going to go. After I defend the title once, I think the guy who I don't pull will probably be the guy who gets the introduction of Gennady Quickvini. The winner of that would most likely pull the loser, the guy who lost to me, and then I would most likely pull the winner of that in the finals, in my opinion.
I would love to see
We don't know how it's going to go yet, though.
Gennady and Dave, or not Dave, but
Jerry?
Jerry.
Yeah. I mean, Jerry has got, his move's going to be stronger. Everybody talks about Gennady has a press, he does. But Jerry's press is going to be stronger. But Gennady does have a lot of options. And I'm telling you, once Gennady gets in a match, he's crazy.
Yeah.
He benched 135, 225, 315, all for 10, then 405 for single, and now he's got 495 on there.
And he trains with Levin, so I mean,
Oh, yeah.
take that for what it is. That's a really great thing to have.
No, someone said I live in Hot Springs, Florida, and I live in Hot Springs, Arkansas. What'd you say, Cory? I'm sorry.
I said, take that for what it is, but having a training partner like Levin is worth its weight in gold.
Oh, training with Lip? I mean, that'd be like you getting to train with me. Do I know any type 1 diabetic arm wrestlers? Oh, man, I'm sure we do, right? I just can't think of them offhand. When will Cory integrate WAL? I mean, I'd love to see him get a match this year. It just depends, man. Come on, Cory West. This is 495, guys. This is essentially a 500-pound no-lift-off bench. Let's go, Cory. All day, baby, all day. Get fired up. Explode, explode, explode. Boom. Oh, my God. Y'all see how easy that was? Did y'all see how easy that was? Holy crap, that's a big, strong dude. You did. It looked pretty crazy. I'm going to be honest. Yes, we are using thicker straps this season. Crazy George in WAL, absolutely. I'd love to see Ingen Terzi in the WAL. Ingen Terzi against Crazy George, holy crap, imagine that. Because, Ingen doesn't like the King's move. So can you simply make a deal with Levin to do a friendly match? Would be against any contract. Honestly, dude, because if we do it outside of any leagues, I mean, there's nothing to stop me and Levin to go to practice together, right? So it's gonna happen. I win this season. He wins the top 8, which I don't know if he will, but we're gonna make the match happen. Even if we just gotta meet on neutral grounds and just see what happens. I know he wants to know, and I know I want to know. But yes, using thicker straps this season. So I'm excited. No, got a 15 and a 5 though. Oh. So put the 15 and a 5 on there if you want. Those black thin ones in the back, those black thin ones. It looks cooler too. Gudeka would be great in the WL. Brian Book, good luck this year, Monster. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
I hope to see Crosby back. Crosby's had a lot of success in the past.
Crosby's doing good, but he's in the top 8 now, so he's not coming back. Would you recommend moving to Hot Springs? What do you think about Hot Springs, Cory?
I think it's a little different than most communities. There's a lot of money and.
Okay, I think he's trying to say it's an older community. It's kind of cliquish, but as far as beauty, it's spectacular beauty. My wife and I love the outdoors. We love hiking. We have lakes in the summer. I'm sitting here on almost 6 acres inside the city limits. We got over 20 deer that walk across our property. So I love it.
It depends on your preferences, because if you're looking for a city that has clubs and
you're not going to have a huge nightlife here. Now you do have it's a very social community, so fine dining and stuff like that. But it's not going to be like a party scene type place, except for on the lakes and Skinny Dip Cove in the summer. I hear that place gets a little crazy. Do I watch boxing? I don't watch as much boxing anymore because I'm a big UFC fan. But I did see I didn't watch, but I saw the results of the Tyson Fury fight. So, Cory, do you have elbow issues?
I did before arm wrestle.
He did before he started arm wrestling. Arm wrestling healed his elbows.
Bench used to hurt my elbows and wrists.
How important is it to train your triceps, Cory?
Oh, that's my favorite thing to do.
He's got big ass triceps too. But how important are triceps in arm wrestling?
Pretty important. They're really important bench.
Big time in bench, but I think triceps are really good, especially if you're transitioning to a press. Of course, pec deck is the key to that transition, right? What would you recommend? Does Cory have do you have, watch boxing? How is fighting Jeff Day? Dude, his hand is enormous. But both Cory and I at the same event, Cory beat him with the bent wrist press, and I shot him real fast with the press. You trying to figure out how much that is, Cory?
It should be
495, 425, 530, 540? 540? Woo, this dude just put 540 on there. Can y'all believe that? Do you think anyone can beat Levin in the top 8? I'm excited to see Dave, and you never know. I think Vitali, if he just keeps going, is a bad dude. Thanks to all Cobra King's move. What acting roles do I have? I auditioned for a low-budget action movie where I would have a fight scene with Dolph Lundgren. So growing up as a kid, watching Rocky IV, getting a chance to have a fight scene with Drago would be awesome. But Cory doing his stuff here. So when Cory goes after this 540, I'm going to set this phone down to film, and I'm going to go over there and spot him because how does one get into this record pulling for so many at one night? Well, you got to contact Guinness. Now, to do it the way I think we want to do it, where you get them to use all their advertising and marketing and logos and stuff, and they send out a rep, it's like $10,000 to $18,000 to actually fund that event. But that's why we're doing this one first. What we're doing here, these 20 sponsors at $1,000, 1,000 shirts. I'll be paying $5 a shirt for the shirts, and then the other 15,000 we're going to put towards the $40,000 gym expansion. So it's definitely the people who come on as sponsors will be helping the addition so that we have the best training facility and have the biggest arm wrestling practices around, and get, in my opinion, a really good return on investment with 1,000 shirts with their logo on it. And the shirts are not going to just be like a give me thrown out in the crowd type shirt where, you know, may end up into your closet and on the floor, use it as a rag. There's going to be a story and emotion attached to that shirt, because depending on how many drinks they had, they can be like, I was that close to beating the world champion, you know. So I think the shirts themselves will be a good advertising model for different sponsors. Can you make a living from arm wrestling money alone? I only average around $30,000 a year probably, but like Travis Bajent is essentially making a living off arm wrestling because he does arm wrestling promotions. I think Devin's making a living off arm wrestling. Levin, Dennis, those guys.
You think it's easier in other countries?
Well, I mean, to a degree, except for Travis is probably making more than anybody.
Yeah.
And he's right here. But Travis is probably the best self-promoter out there. I mean, the dude's ridiculous.
Trubin probably he probably makes a living out of it.
Trubin?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. But he from training people and stuff too.
Oh.
Thanks, Mikhail. Take care. All right, so tell me when you're ready, Cory. I'm going to set this up. All right, I think we're about to go for this, guys. Let me see if I can get this set up right here. Oh, crap. I'll come back to answer questions in a minute, gentlemen. All right, let's see what Cory can do. Woo! 540. That's so much weight. That's so much weight.
Biggest ever attempted in here.
Biggest ever attempted in here for sure. And I'm telling you guys, these weights are heavy. So 540 here is like 1,000 pounds anywhere else. Dude, that is like the least amount of effort ever. You definitely got 535.
Oh.
You definitely had 535.
Something happened on the left.
Yeah.
It shifted on him.
No, I saw it. It's so much weight, you know. But like I could not have paid. I probably put a couple pounds of pressure with my fingers. That's a great attempt, though. Yeah. So now, since you just felt what 540 feels like, should you rep 225 or 405? Because I think you could break a 225 record right now. 70 reps or something.
I tried. Last time I had that singer whenever I started out doing it.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, damn.
All hate you in Russia, but if asked people who can win Levin, 8 from 10 says Michael Todd or Monster Todd. Well, I don't think everyone in Russia hates me. I thought I had some fans over there. You know what I'm saying? Dude just like crushed my spirit just then with that comment. I'm like, damn. My date was like going great until that. Dude, that shit was close, right? I think you could do 530. That's what somebody said here. Say. I think he had 535. But you're right. There's a sticking point, so you just don't know. But that's the difference, man. When you're doing 1 rep maxes, it could be a pound difference from what you could have pushed.
Yeah.
It really.
That's about like I missed that 525 and then came back the next weekend.
Yeah. Okay, so Great White North, I'm going to sound horrible here, but I don't even know who's in the bottom 8. So if someone wants to tell me, I heard Larry Wills and Juji again. Either way, what Devin's doing with that is huge for the sport because those guys bring so many views, right? So I'm super excited about that and all the things to come from Monster should beat 11-42. Man, I don't know. If I can stop the match, I think I got a good shot. Tim Border says he thinks you got 540 for sure. Form was a little funky on that attempt.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had it fall sideways like that. It may be the rack even.
Oh, it's just different because it's not attached. I bench better on an attached rack versus in a power rack, you know, like attached, like a traditional bench press. Yeah. That's why when the gym edition gets done, I'm gonna have a flat incline and decline. I think Dave Chafee has a chance of beating Levin. How about Cory joining the bottom 8? I feel like that's a little disrespectful to Cory, but you know what I'm saying?
Is there any money involved?
There may be, I don't know. It would be huge exposure for you, though. That would be good. My beautiful bride, Rebecca Todd, said, hey, baby, I'm at Walmart. Love you. I love you too, sweetheart. All right. The best female arm wrestler is who? I mean, she hasn't proved it by beating Ekle or Irina Makova, but in my opinion, the best female arm wrestler in the world right now is Gabriella.
Sarah definitely looks motivated.
Sarah's a bad girl, but I just don't think that that's, you know, I'm not saying she's out of reach. I'm just saying right now, currently, Gabby just has a 3-year where she didn't stop and Sarah stopped, right? And it might have been longer than 3 years. What's your best exercise for turning into a strong hook? Okay, I don't hook anymore. Thanks, baby. My wife's getting me spray butter. But the best exercise for turning into a hook, I would say probably the Raptor handle, cable pulls. What do you think, Cory?
For a hook?
Yeah, for turning into a hook. Raptor's pretty good. Probably a wrist wrench is pretty good too. But yeah, any type of cupping motion. My left is pretty salty in the hook, you know what I'm saying? My wife has taught me how to screen record and edit, so I'll be posting a lot of flashback videos from back in the day, because a lot of these people out there are so new to arm wrestling, just WAL fans. They don't realize, you know, the career that I've had and some of the big wins I've had. So I'll be putting those out on Instagram and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. If a female arm wrestler uses 2 arms against you, can she beat you? I don't know. Gabby's pretty strong, so it's possible, I guess, huh? Tell us about Devin. Do you believe he lacks top end and wrist? I think Devin is one of the most complete arm wrestlers in the world, and he has had one of the best careers of anyone. I'm not ready to let go of this hammer, and no one's going to take it from me. So I think he's capable, and is a very worthy opponent. He's just going to come up shy when he gets his shot at the hammer, you know. It's just, and I believe that about anybody. Just my opinion. Just my opinion.
So you
All right.
think Jerry stands a pretty good chance against
Gennady? Mm-hmm. Unless Gennady has enough side pressure to push him past his shoulder and go, then he crushes him.
So essentially, has to pull in one day.
Yeah, yeah. Heavy partial preacher curls for arm wrestling, good or not? You do those. I don't do them, but I think they're very good. I just do volume, guys. I do a lot of volume. But you will see when people try our maintenance weights that the workouts that we do are heavy as hell. Because our maintenance weight, like just think about it, our back maintenance weight is 150 pounds. Our easy bar, reverse curl, rope curl, top curl maintenance weight is 120 pounds. And when we're peaking last season, we peaked out at 210 pounds on the curls. We peaked out at 260 pounds on the lat pull downs and seated rows. So our maintenance weight that no one's been able to complete yet is 100 pounds less than our peaking weight. Yes, we're doing partial reps and 30 rep partials, but the 150 pounds is 30 rep partials, and people can't complete it.
I've seen some really strong people not be able to get to their chest. Like,
Oh, the whole stack? Yeah, no kidding. Cory, are you scared of getting a shoulder injury from the bench press?
no, heck, maybe.
You're about to feel great here, Cory. Someone asked if you lost weight. You look like you're a little smaller. How to gain strength, doing pull-ups. And doing pull-ups. If you're doing pull-ups, just keep doing pull-ups and then do weighted pull-ups. And then I saw somebody the other day doing those, like you're pulling up with your left arm's extended and your right arm, and you're doing it kind of like an assisted one-arm pull-up. That looked pretty awesome, you know. Are you going for some pull-ups? Well, don't hurt yourself before you break this. I saw you do 155 one-hand bench. Is that right? Yeah, I've done that. I think I went up to 185. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, me and Devin, I would love for us to do a workout together, a collab, train together. Last year I mentioned it to him, And, he thought, our story is better as adversaries and rivals. But one of these days, once he realizes, once he submits and says, Michael, you're the greatest, then I'm sure he'll want to come down and train. What advice would you give to Eddie Hall? Dude, Eddie Hall's doing great. I checked his net worth. He's like worth $34 million. I need to get some advice from Eddie Hall. What are you talking about? But as far as arm wrestling, the dude has all the power in the world. It's just got to become natural. It's got to become second nature. Cable pulls, in my opinion, are the best way to get good at arm wrestling if you're not on the table. Because I mimic my arm wrestling very well. What's up?
That video you told me to watch, I was really impressed with how humble he was actually able to be.
In the presence of Maddox, you know what I'm saying? But strength humbles a person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it was impressive though. Because Eddie's a big, huge name.
Oh, he's huge.
Julius actually acted like he was kind of starstruck a little bit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's a good video.
Someone's like, I thought you had my hand beat. I thought you had my shoulder beat. That moment was badass. And that was all emotional, but it's just because of the interview the night before. All right, here we go, Cory West. I'm going to be counting these guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, Cory. 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't quit. 9, 50. Dig. 1, 2. Come on, Cory. 53, 54. Hey, that wasn't bad. Oh, Eric Spotto. Eric Spotto's a bad dude. He's a bad dude. We saw where Maddox did the 765. Cory sent that to me that day. I couldn't believe that, Tim. That was ridiculous.
Did you see the tax track? Road 800.
Road 800, of course it is.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody said, how come it's 4 times in Chicago the best city to meet up in? The reason it's Chicago is they're based out of Chicago, and I think it's a great business move. What they did is they had contracts with these different event halls, venues, different venues, event venues, and they were trying to, bring out the brand and get more people to come out. In Chicago, they can just, rent a loft or get a set place and just they don't have to ship the tables, they don't have to, travel. It's way less expensive on them. And Chicago has Giordano's Pizza. So I think they all should be there, in my opinion. So I love the idea that it's going to just be 4 events in Chicago and then the finals in Atlanta. I think it's a great idea. It just makes more sense. And Chicago is a relatively inexpensive place to fly into. Plus, it's like a 9.5-hour drive for me, so it's easy.
What's 4 events in Chicago?
602, 603, 604, 605 are all in Chicago, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Did I arm wrestle at school? I started arm wrestling when I was a kid. I beat my dad when I was 15, and then by the time I was a senior in high school, I could beat everybody in school. And that's how I got into arm wrestling. I was at Votech, and they were talking about a guy who was second in the state. So we broke out the cafeteria table. I beat him. He was like, you should go to this tournament. And that was the 1990 Saline County Fair wrist wrestling event. Funny thing was, my beautiful bride, Rebecca, was actually at that Saline County Fair, but we didn't meet. It took us 38 years to meet, but we could have met when we were 17. Man, it's crazy. Do you think Dennis will be coming back? I hope so, man. I like Dennis a lot. Now, Cory's biceps what hurt right now from the pull-ups. My WL contract, I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this. Baby, answer me if I'm supposed to be saying how long my WL contract is. I think I can.
Was there a picture of
Be safe coming home, sweetheart.
Dennis and Alex messing around the other day?
I don't know. I didn't see it. Are rows or pull-ups better for arm wrestling? I like spinning handle seated rows a lot. I like all spinning handle training. But Rebecca hasn't answered me on the she's driving, so probably not. Cory, do you think I can tell how long my contract is? Is that okay?
I wouldn't think it'd be an issue.
Okay, yeah. So I'm in the 3rd year of my contract, and I've got a 5-year contract. Yeah.
Not like you're discussing money here.
Yeah. How to get fast, like Bulgarian fast. let me tell you how, when I was a kid, how I learned out how to hit. I used to beat everybody in my town, and then there's like, you should arm wrestle this guy. So there was a guy that I was, I'd always beat, but we had pretty good matches. Well, he's like, you should go arm wrestle this guy. And I went to arm wrestle that dude, and I lost to him. And I was so pissed that when I came back to arm wrestle my buddy that we were pretty competitive, as soon as they said go, I smacked him. And that's what got me a fast hit, was I got pissed about losing. So I think a lot of it's just, when they say go as hard as you can. Do you get compensated for traveling at hotel for WL events, even those you're not on in cars? If the WL wants me at the event, then yeah, my expenses and stuff are covered. If I choose just to go to an event, then no, I got to cover my own expenses. What do you think of Spotto? He defeated Devin several times in friendly matchup 2 months ago. You can't say a lot about practice, but he does. Eric Spotto is a strong dude. I mean, Eric's got it. If Eric wanted to get into arm wrestling, he'd have a very bright future.
405 for 26? Is that what he did?
Yes, 405 for 26 easily. And I think he was paused on the last ones. Will arm wrestling ever be in the Olympics? That was my goal when I was a kid. We got beat out in 1996 as a demonstration sport by women's beach volleyball, and I really think that was our shot, right? Now, I don't know if arm wrestling will be in the Olympics. I think arm wrestling is going to try to go more the UFC path, which would be great, you know what I'm saying? Because you could actually be paid as a professional athlete. But I love, one of the greatest experiences ever is being at a WAF or IFA event and winning a gold medal and having them, play the national anthem. I unfortunately have never had that experience. I've been second at WF several times. I've been on the podium numerous times, but yeah, man, that's a very proud moment. How many are you going for, Cory?
I don't know, probably just fatigue.
Here we go. 3:15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. I didn't expect to get too many because when you burn out at 225, that chest just shot. Okay, someone asked me, when did I win my first national title? I won my first national title in 2000 in Denver, Colorado. It was Unified Nationals. I won 198 right and left and 220 left. I went on for 10 consecutive years to win a national title, either right-handed or left-handed. From 2005, 6, 7, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, I went undefeated at the Unified Nationals left-handed 242. I never lost a single match. But yeah, I won every year for 10 years, 2000 through 2009. In 2010, Memorial Day weekend is when my left arm blew apart. And at that point, I wasn't able to go to the Unified Nationals in 2010. So the reason I used to go is because I wanted, for promoting myself, I wanted to, when I told someone I was a reigning national champion, I wanted to always be able to say that. And once I missed 2010, I just didn't have that same desire to go back. But yeah, so then in 2015, Ryan and Rebecca wanted to go to nationals. They had a youth division, so we went back to 2015. I won right and left 220, right and left masters. And then in 2016, I won right and left masters. In 2017, I won right and left open, overall right and left pro-ams. The next day, I won right and left masters, overall right and left masters. In 2018, I won the masters left and overall left. So I've won 36 national titles. 21 times I have competed for a world title and won, whether it was the first title or title defense. So it's been a long run. Is Todd Hutchins still pulling? Yeah, I believe he is. I just saw him being in California for a big practice. Do you think Ryan's Bowen's strategy of arm wrestling as much as possible will get him anywhere? Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to arm wrestle. Anytime someone put the arm against me, I arm wrestle because no one has the same hand, nobody pulls the same. So in my opinion, if you don't have any injuries, that's a great way to train.
Do you think that weight, that bench being just a little tweaked might cause
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm telling you, I think you can do 540 on a regular bench. Yeah. And I'm telling you, my weights are heavier. They've always been.
Try again next week.
Would high altitude training or stimulated work well for endurance for you guys? Yeah, but that's why we do BFRs. BFR training increases your VO2 max, growth hormone production, all that good stuff. Who do you think your toughest challenger in WAL is? Me. Really, I don't, as long as I'm motivated in training, I do what that I need to do, then I don't feel like I'm going to lose. So I'm blessed, Lord. The Lord's blessed me with a spirit that will not quit and a desire to keep going. And I don't know who are Christians on here, but I do all things through Christ who strengthens me. With God, all things are possible. And I'm looking forward to a blessed and favored year. What do you think about the Lethal Arms Assassin podcast on Friday about the guys who does top 8 trying to come to the U.S. and get their way of arm wrestling with the point system? I didn't get to see it, guys. What do you think about fish oil? I take fish oil twice a day. What's the biggest change in your diet now compared to when you were 198? Very, very similar when I was a ripped 198, because I'm trying to be a ripped 270 now. It's just more calories. You know, more. What I tell people is it's people who use, I'm bulking. That's just an excuse to eat like crap. Whatever food you eat to get lean, eat larger amounts of those same food. I mean, you don't put premium unleaded fuel in your car to make it run in its best, and once it's running its best, you're like, well, I'm just going to put a whole bunch of crappy regular unleaded gas in it now, because you know you got to keep putting the same premium fuel in your body, just larger portions, in my opinion. Am I stronger now, or when you pulled? I'm by far stronger now than when I pulled Devin in Arm Wars 2011. The very best version of me, in my opinion, beats the very best version of every arm wrestler who's ever lived to date. We just don't know about Levin. This is my opinion. You guys may disagree, but I've felt the strongest arm wrestlers in the world, with the exception of Levin. I've competed against them, and I know that my form is better now than it's ever been. So, in my opinion, I definitely believe the best version of me beats the best version of Devin. And I plan on proving that again this year. Do your wrist and elbow cause any problems in your day-to-day life? Yeah. I mean, I've lost 19.5 inches range of motion in my right arm. So what happens is you just learn to deal with a certain degree of pain on a daily basis. But the stem cells and all the other things I feel like are going to do a lot of good things for me. Discomfort. I mean, but it is pain. The average person will be like, it becomes your new normal, in my opinion. Devin seems to be big currently. Do you think the match will go the same when he seemed to gas out against you when you beat him in WAL? People keep talking about how big he was. He was 263 when he pulled. The biggest I've seen him since then was 280. And the pictures I see him now, he doesn't look that big. I'm sure he'll be big when he shows up for our match, whenever that's going to be. But I expect to beat him worse this time. Michael Todd or Wagner Bortolato? Wagner has beaten me left. I've always beaten him right. I would, if the stem cells do what I think they'll do left-handed in my inside elbow, I'd love to have a rematch left-handed. People have talked about us pulling right-handed. I'd be happy with that. I just feel like currently I love Wagner, but I think my right is on a different level right now.
He's got weird problems right-handed, doesn't
he? He's had some damage to his hand. How long does the stem cells take to work? I mean, fully, probably 3 months or so. But what will Thursday? Thursday will be 4 weeks since I had the procedure done. So I'm supposed to be able to go back to my maintenance weight next week, and then I'll start peaking after that, but I get to get back on the table soon too. How do I think Gasparini will do this season? Hopefully well. I like that kid a lot. Devin's copying you of those stem cells. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to be like Mike. Hey guys, thank you for your time. 38 minutes live, 93 people on currently. We will try to do this again, but we're going to call it quits for now. Maybe Cory and I'll get on the table. Well, I have a gut at 270. I hope not. I hope to have washboard abs and ab veins at 270. That's the plan. That's the reason I'm doing this. I'm trying to come in as big and lean as I've ever been. All right, guys, y'all be blessed. Have a great day. Bye-bye.